Hello, my Indigos and Crystal friends. Today we're going to start talking about what it is to be an Indigo, about the skills and how to identify if you're one. So we are going to put this um, post-it paper on our white chart. Okay. So we're going to talk today about the indigo characteristics, and we're going to try to fill out all of this paper with different topics every day or every week. So, who is an indigo? An indigo is a person who has been born with a very high awareness of their spiritual nature and mission here. Very psychic. Um, and they have qualities that haven't been seen before. Some people call indigo because of the indigo aura. And they've been increasing, coming in numbers to our earth as far as 100 years ago. So we have indigos that are kids and indigos that are adults. For example, the indigo children is characterized by some interesting things. For example, the warrior, temperate, determined, and they detect dishonesty from a mile away. I mean, it's very, very good on knowing when somebody's lying. They have an absolute confidence, very confident kids. They rarely need others to tell them who they are easily frustrated with routine or rituals, and they also get very bored with activities that require no creative thought. They do not accept authority without explanation or choice, are nonconformist, and they have no trouble telling you what they need. That's a big thing of indigos. Many seem antisocial because they don't hang around with children that are not like them. That's because mostly of the spiritual connection. So they usually look for kids that are like them. They are very sensitive, intuitive, technology oriented, intelligent, and they have a big empathy for others and an amazing memory. So usually those are the characteristics of the indigo kids and adults. Their life purpose is to free us from our limitations, so they can help us to raise the vibration of the planet. Some of my suggestions when you see other indigos is respect them as who they are, assist them in being creative, and always try to be honest and stand true to your words in front of them because they detect dishonesty very easily. But most important is to keep an open heart and an open mind. That's how we can support the indigo children nowadays. Another set of characteristics also that I would like to mention for the kids, which I think it's very, very important, is they like to question authority, also in adults. Some people would think that is stubborn or not listening, but it's mostly because they like to question things that they think are not in tune with them. Another characteristic of the indigos are very sensitive regarding to emotional sensitivity. Some are going into depression. That happens usually when they do not actualize their personal power and they don't have a connection with other indigos, so they might go into depression. They have a clear side also. Indigos are naturally able to see beyond a person's exterior and see the truth. They could be readers. They do not do well in systems. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, systems and rules. And for some indigos, high school is very difficult. One another of the skills that I've been finding out on indigos is that they feel that they don't belong to this world, like they're from another planet, or they they are born in another place and family. Um, so they would tend to look for friends and relatives that make them feel like home. They are vocal and opinionated because they know what they want and how to do it. So it's not easy for an indigo to rely on others for help, and sometimes it would frustrate them because um, they feel like giving up if they're asking for help. Um, they're very psychic and intuitive, and that's the most important trait of an indigo, I believe, because they could be intuitive, empathic, clairvoyant, or even medium abilities. Mm. So it's very good that an indigo knows somebody who can guide them, since if they don't find the right person, they can get lost. So I think that we have covered most of the characteristics. There are many more, and you can find out in different websites and in different places about the reality of the indigos and their biochemical system, or for example, some indigos require less sleep than others. Um, or also, you can find that some of the indigos um, require an environment that is very quiet, um, because they can easily get overloaded or overwhelmed. So I suggest meditation, yoga, classical music, and understand that you are very gifted, but in a new and a different way. Try to understand not the privileges that you have, but the gifts that you have come into the world. Um, so I would suggest to be patient with yourself and try to have a relationship with your higher power. You can call it God or the universe or the divine, because the indigos uh, are very advanced in their spirituality. An indigo, let's say, is born knowing everything, and they have access to the whole spectrum. So I would say allow that connection to grow. So I hope this helps on finding out who really you are as an indigo. Love and light.